G'day everyone. Oh, look at that rough beard. I'm camping. I don't need to shave every day. Anyway, I just wanted to say Echkart Tolle, he's a lizard too. Have a look, he's a gecko. It took me a while to think about, excuse me, it took a while for me to think about what kind of lizard that he is. And he's a gecko. Now, this is planet Snakedos, universe Reptile, and it's amazing. Even fish have scales. Start to look for this overlay of reptile nature. Were the Nephilim spirits that inhabited the dinosaurs? Then, if you look through the scientific record, they're saying some dinosaurs were feathered, and so these birds look at their claw feet, like little reptile feet. It's so interesting when you look into this. I've titled it now Planet Snakedos. Planet Snakedos, planet, a plane. It's a stage, this world. It's mechanical, it's a machine, you're inside like a holographic machinery, simulatory environment. Simulatory. You'll never hear me say, it's a simulation. It's like kind of a tiny bit of difference. You might say, oh, you're being a bit pedantic, Ben. But yeah, I am, and it's just for different meaning and different understanding. So yeah, simulatory. I still have to think about this idea of base reality and how to talk about this. So I'm not going to talk about that today, and we're not going to even mention that again. But yeah, it's very interesting that you'll find time and time again, you'll see like a holographic presence of reptile-like nature on so many people. It's amazing. And you look at the TV presenters, you get all the eye changes and all that. The eyes, the slits, and also the fourth dimensional. Do you guys see the buzzes that happen over their eyes? Like suddenly, like their eyes go weird, and it's like the holographic fourth dimensional actual reptilian entity, not just with the slits, but it's like it protrudes out like a tiny bit. And some people say this is like the cloak, right? Everyone's like, oh, the reptilians have cloaks. It's more that the dimensional and that the fourth dimension is coming through. That's what we're capturing on the cameras, on these higher frame rates than our physical eyes, but not this one. The cameras are capturing in a higher frame rate. So you see on these TV presenters, I'm not going to name names. I mean, if you watch this channel, I'm pretty sure you know what I'm talking about, right? The CBS, the CBNs, the blah, blah, blah. All around the world, every country. All the big news television shows, right? And you'll see that you're either dealing with a robot, some kind of insectoid, which can be, I talked about this in my video, insectoids, organic portals, insectoids. There's progression through culture to eschatonalization to spacefaring. But I'm having a lot of problems with space. It's very interesting. Elon Musk's car in space, what a joke that was. No stars, clearly fake. I mean, I'd done a business double IT major degree. I'm a graduate of university, and part of that was doing video editing, a whole subject. And I learned a bit in that. I was like, wow, definitely all these UFO videos are fake. Because I just learned you could overlay things, and I was like, wow, there it is. I knew it. I knew something was sus about all those UFO videos. However, I have seen ships doing funny things in the night sky, so I'm not discounting it completely. But there's a lot of bad footage out there. Anyway, like the flying disc footages are a bit something off about it. Anyway, so you know, it's interesting that you see like their eyes wig out. They totally like buzz and stuff, and it's like you'll see, and they'll like do weird things with their eyes and stuff, and it's like they're not in control of it or something. And they spack out. It's so weird. Like, look at me. Why aren't I doing it? Why? Like, you know what I mean? Why am I in control and they're not? Because that's the idea of organic portals, that higher spirits are coming through them, and higher means even the fourth dimension. Because this here is, you know, this is second dimensional edge in a third dimensional zonal reality, my body, right? But the edge, that when matter touches matter, even though it doesn't really touch, that's because it's an edge. There's an edge, an electrical edge. You know, it's funny that these things can be just seen just every day. Just watch these news channels. I've been watching a lot of coronavirus videos, and all these major networks, same thing. It's just continually there. Just look for it. Oh, confirmation bias. If you look for it, of course you're going to see it. I fucking hope so. Otherwise you can't see. To the idiot that commented that on my channel, oh, it's just confirmation bias. What they're trying to say is that I'm making it up by looking for it. If you don't look for it, you're not going to see it. That's my reply to your fucking stupid confirmation bias bullshit. Idiots. Anyway, so, you know, you look for these weird eye-buzzing moments, and it's like you see the fourth dimension protrude out, and, yeah, the face melting and all that. It's the camera capturing that higher frame rate. You know, a higher density, like this is lower density. Now, these dimensions, they're not just densities, they're also worlds within worlds. And I'll have to explain that when we get me with a new computer and new software, so I can do proper videos, like visuals and proper visuals and narration, not just like this and talking. I'm gonna write stuff. I have to really think about each word in the sentence, and it's easier when you're writing. So yeah, I call this planet Snakedos, and it's funny, shamans from the Amazon have called this, that's like Brazil people know this, right? People from Brazil, they know planet Snakedos, and it's a YouTube channel that shows UFOs. I know, I'm not just like copying that, I'm trying to give a way larger idea, and that's why I've changed it to planet Snakedos as well, and then universal reptile. And it's interesting, you know, you'll see this just in our bodies. There's like a reptoid nature to our bodies. It's not just we have a reptoid hind brain, basic start of the brain, and get born with a little tail. We're basically like some morphed, neotenized reptile that went through a tiny mammalian process. Look at the word mammalian even. Reptilian, mammalian. When you really look at this, it's profound, because you just suddenly you see it all connects up. And anyway, I just want to say also Echkart Tolle is a gecko. Look at, and when they have their head forward like this and stuff, just they're using, you're going to have to study brain science. I can't tell you everything, but when you have your head in different positions, different light is reaching different brain centers and so on. And I'm telling you, when they have the head forward, something's going on with the reptilian complex being stuck and light not proceeding further. Anyway, I'm running out of space. I have to stop the video.